Hello everyone, welcome back to Huskers in Enemy Territory. Today we're going to talk about the Nebraska Cornhuskers versus the Northwestern Wildcats. October 2nd recap of the game. First off, I wanted to just say that the game overall was really fun, especially being there with friends and family and meeting up with some of my Twitter friends, Kelly and Joyce. I really enjoyed that. And being there with my wife and my little brother and my friend from the Navy after not seeing her for 15 years was a really great way to see a Husker game. And I don't know, I wouldn't trade it for the world, really, especially since the result of the game was really nice. So let's transition now to some of Nebraska's mistakes that I noticed during the game. The mistake list is going to be very short and sweet. The great plays is going to be a little long tonight, so I'll just bear with me a little bit and uh, let's dive right into it. The mistakes looked like Martinez on a few of his throws were throwing them a little bit high over the heads of some of the receivers. So that would be something I would critique on him. Um, Blown coverage by Cam Taylor Britt, allowing that touchdown to Robinson Jr. On Northwestern, obviously. Um, you hate to see the guy beat you by 5 to 10 yards. So that's something that he needs to clean up. Or I'm not sure if I really saw it. I didn't know where I didn't notice where the safety was, but maybe he thought he had safety help. So that might be another issue that people need to clean up for the coaching part of it. But overall, I was like, I noticed that, and I was like, oh man, that's a bad play. And then I noticed a bad option play to Xavier Betts from Martinez. It looked like he was going down, and instead of like just taking the sack or taking that tackle, he tried to do too much. And I mean, it could have resulted in a fumble overall. So you have to kind of clean that up as well. But overall, I am really impressed with the game that all these guys had. These were just some of the little critiques I had for the game. You know, you have to have something to look back on. Also had some false starts by Nebraska, but not as much as normally or normal. So that was a plus. Um, Now, if you guys are enjoying this content, don't forget to like and share and comment. How did you feel about this Nebraska stomping of Northwestern? Um, like a lot of people have told me, you know, you're kind of way off on your prediction, but you know what? It's like one of those things where I'm really happy that I was way off on my prediction because at one point I think I had them winning by 10, and then another time winning by 14. But you know what? I'll take 56-7 all day. You know what I mean? So and yeah. So now let's get back to the great plays. Um, Samori Tori with a 70-yard reception from Adrian Martinez. I mean, that was an absolute bomb. We didn't score a touchdown on it, but I mean, it just set the tone for the whole game, in my opinion. And then after that, Adrian Martinez had a 3-yard touchdown run on a sick. It looked like Ramir Johnson was helping block on that play, and he just scooted on in for a touchdown. Um, the first sack by JoJo Doman was pretty awesome. He just had a hell of a game versus Northwestern, and I think he ended up being the Big Ten Player of the Week. So that's pretty huge for him. Um, Yant for the 65-yard run. I mean, that was absolutely beautiful. You know, I mean, we haven't really had a lot of those kind of runs in the Big Ten that I can think of, but that one was just pretty. Just seeing that like 6'2", 6'3", 230 to 245 pound running back barreling down the middle of the field, stiff arming dudes, and I don't know, it was beautiful to watch. You know, it's like one of those shed a tear moments. You know what I mean? Um, the option play by Martinez again for a rushing touchdown. It just seemed like Adrian Martinez at this point was just getting completely in the mood of being a dominant quarterback that we all figured that he would be, and hopefully in the next game and next games we'll see more of this, especially knowing that we want to get to a bowl game, and that him playing like he did versus Northwestern uh, will help a lot going down the road. Again, another option, Martinez touchdown for 25 yards. Just what do you say with this guy? He's doing a real good job. I wasn't too sure after watching the Illinois game, and I was like concerned that is he regressing a little bit, but it looks like he's starting to really turn things around. I think maybe a lot of things are starting to click now for him, so it's good to see. Let's see, Yant's stiff arms overall on the in that whole game. Like, I just had to kind of highlight that. I don't know how many times he just pulled out the stiff arm and made a lot of dudes just look like rag dolls, and it was beautiful. Omar Manning for a catch for 15 yards. It was a pretty good play by him. Let's see, Ramir Johnson with a 6-yard touchdown run. He just went up straight up the gut and was able to get that touchdown. Fumble recovery by 97 Thomas, and the reason why that fumble came out, it looked like JoJo Doman punched the ball out, and Thomas was able to recover that fumble. And I think that was a pretty big play considering Northwestern looked like they were driving down. And they were on at one point they were on the 1, and then I think we ended up stuffing the run, and then that's when JoJo came in and punched that ball out. So, I mean, they could have scored a touchdown there, and I can't remember what the score of the game was at that point, but it could have been a different story a little bit if they would have been able to punch that ball in and get a touchdown there. So a big play on him. Ramir Johnson once again with another 13-yard touchdown run. He was just playing lights out. I think he had like 98 yards rushing in that game. Xavier Betts with an 83-yard touchdown run from an option off of Adrian Martinez. That was absolutely stunning. Just seeing him with his speed, like it literally looked like he was 10 yards ahead of everyone. I mean, that kid, I wonder what his 40-yard dash is going to be. I mean, I would love to know that number. Garrett Nelson with a huge sack. I think he's up to 7 sacks now, leading the Big Ten with sacks. So hopefully he can keep up with that and maybe come out with, I don't know, like 15 or 16 sacks of the year. That'd be pretty nice. Samori Toure, again, 38-yard touchdown. It was just an amazing catch. I think Adrian Martinez ended up rolling out on that play, and it was just pretty to see Toure pick up that or get that touchdown. I mean, it was a huge. I'm really happy that we picked him up from Montana. Like, he's been a huge playmaker for us, and like, you almost forget completely about Wan'Dale Robinson, honestly. Like, in my opinion, some of the guys that have came in from the transfer portal, I think, have really done a real good job for us, and I really don't think we're missing Robinson at all. Let's see, that punter. I can never say his name. Let's see, what's his first name though? Well, anyway, the punter on our team, it's like Zach or something like that. He had an 84-yard punt. Kind of made up for the punt against Michigan State in a way. It was just an absolute boom kick, and I had to bring it up for the great plays because of what had happened versus Michigan State. I feel like he did come up to bat, and he did launch that ball unbelievably far. Let's see. Morrison with a 7-yard touchdown run. It was nice to see him kind of get in there. I was really pulling for him in the spring, and I'm glad that he was able to get his third touchdown of the season. And I think he got around 30 to 40 yards rushing. In total, I believe we got to the 400 mark for rushing overall in the game. And I don't remember the last time I saw a 400-yard rushing game out of Nebraska. It's been a long time, but it was nice to see because that's the one thing I love about Nebraska is that we run the damn ball. And there's a lot of people on my YouTube page and Twitter that agree with me with that. We just love seeing the ball being run, and eventually it just wears teams down. So, like, if we can keep that up, I think it'll help us in the long run. Also had to highlight Connor Cup going 7 for 7 on extra points. I think that was a huge boost to his confidence going forward. I think that'll help a lot. And I also wanted to highlight just the defense overall, especially considering they only allowed the Northwestern Wildcats to like 37 yards rushing total in the whole game. It was just a stellar performance by our black shirts, keeping the Wildcats basically to a passing game only. It's just, I hope we can pull out a win against Michigan. Obviously, the score versus Northwestern was 56-7. One of our largest point totals ever in the Big Ten. So that's saying something. That's pretty nice. But leave a comment below just saying how you felt about the game overall, and let me know what you guys would like to watch in the future. I might try and do different videos for you guys. And don't forget, once I hit the 200 subscriber mark, I'll be mailing out those sweet Nebraska patches. I really enjoyed this game a lot. I can't wait until next year when I go to another Nebraska game, and I will be able to tailgate with some of my friends again. It was just such a wonderful experience, and I appreciate everyone who watches. And this will be the end of the video. Again, appreciate everyone that watches, and as always, go Big Red.